Well, I don't know why the audio sounds like that. And the irony is, I don't know if everything sounds like that or if it's just the plugin I'm using to play these videos. So now I have to talk, and hopefully the audio will come through the stream. It is just the player. Alright. Okay, well, cool. To compound the problem, why are you doing this? Weird. Okay, so to compound the problem, it looks like it's sending fine from my end. The audio levels are not cutting in and out like that. So yeah, I actually noticed that at the end of my last stream. I thought it was just my glitch, but it wasn't. So good. Now I get to try and troubleshoot that. And I'm pretty sure in the local recordings that doesn't happen. So I don't know what the problem is, but I guess I get to try and figure it out. Who fucking knows? Hey everybody. Yeah, Color Splash came out, so I'm gonna play it. It's interesting, the reviews are really curious about this. It's like, a lot of them say it's really funny and really pretty, but that it's also really aggravating. So I don't know if I have the tolerance to enjoy it, but it sure is cute. And at a certain point, I'm kind of okay with cute. Cute for its own sake. What's up, Side Order of Soup? Thank you for the 8-month resub. I was gonna play Gigantic for the first time since I got a beta key. Put that on hold to watch me play. Yeah, you can check it out, man. Not a huge fan, but Project I've been okay. Been real busy as usual, but it's fun. It's nice to have some downtime. Dark Souls is finally going to have a saber? I'm ecstatic. Rain, what do you mean? Like a sword? What's up, Baxter? Today's going pretty well. I ate a bagel. I did laundry. I worked out. I played Battlefield with James and Elise. It's really fun. Sebastian, your opinion on Switch Go? I'm intrigued. If it's all of the goods and none of the bads I'm imagining in my head, it'll be pretty great. But some of those bads could stand to be very bad. I don't know, Stephanie was talking about it. She brought up a lot of really good points about why it's probably not... It's not all the things that I hope it'll be. Man, I love the art style of this game. Already. I was wondering, when you guys record from your mics and webcams, do you record audio with a webcam for syncing later? Nikki, we don't use webcam audio at all, because it's garbage. We typically record from mics that'll go into a switchboard, and that gives us pretty good and clean audio. Whenever we live stream, that's a whole other problem, because whenever we live stream, it's typically, there's just an audio out from the switchboard going into a PC, and that's the audio feed that goes out to the stream as well. Multicam streaming is a whole problem unto itself, because we can't then split the audio signal 4 ways. Well, I tried to do it, and there were just layers of complications with that eventually made it not worth pursuing. Dark Souls has always had curved swords of many kinds, but never a saber. I wanted to feel like a swashbuckler in Dude Soup, or sorry, Dark Souls. Now I need Pirate Attire. Alright, right. And then, yeah, Nanobiologist, I agree. It seems like the Switch is everything Nintendo wanted the Wii U to be. I just don't see how it's any different from an NVIDIA Shield. What's up, Riot? Hey. Taking a break from painting. Got to put your respirator on. Oh, god. So you got a nice contact high? Well, yeah, I forgot this game's probably going to be pretty reading heavy, so... I will not narrate the game for you. Did you ever get around to play Infinite Warfare? No, just that one round. So for the purpose of syncing in Premiere later, you just use ClapSync to visually line up the audio with the sync. Yep, exactly. Our video and audio feeds are not synchronized by default. So yeah, we just do a clap, so there's a big spike in the waveform, so visually we know where the sync is, and then we just scrub through the video to find the point where we clap. And it provides a very good and instantaneous... That's why people slate. That little, clicker thing, that's exactly what that's for. Same concept. Anyone know if the Twitch Amazon Prime sub merge happened yet? Yeah, Project, it did about a month ago. Yeah, I don't know, this... Ah! Hey, Mario. It has the potential to be cool. We were just talking about it, like, there's a lot of use cases where it could be cool, but then again, there were a lot of use cases where the Wii U could have been cool, but it just, in all those instances, ended up being much more trouble, and not significantly better than just, like, playing a game on your phone. So we'll see. Stephanie brought up a lot of good points about, like, battery life's probably not going to be very good. It's probably, since it's not a clamshell, the screen will probably get all scratched up. Nintendo will have a hard time because they're perceived as a family-friendly, kid-friendly brand. So if families buy Switches for their kids, the kids will destroy those things immediately and lose the controllers, the little bolt-ons. Got IKEA. Some dude was trolling in my chat earlier in broken English, proceeded to attempt to tell me I looked like a boy. Oh boy. What a troll. He got you. Trolled too hard. Fucking trolled up and down. What's your opinion on games like Heavy Rain and similar? Are they the kind of game that you play once and you're over with? Absolutely. Even if I play them once. I play them once to laugh at them. I mean, it's just like FMV movie games. Some games like The Order have decent acting, but at the end of it, you're just like, this is not as good as a movie, and it's not as good as a video game. It's somewhere in the middle, and it's just bad. So we'll see. I really liked The Order for what it was, but it definitely was a one-and-done kind of deal. Awesome Medics just got out of the ruin. So far I'm loving a lot. Oh, of this game? I haven't even gotten there yet. Man, I love Happy Little Toad. He's so happy. His chubby little cheeks. I only play these games for the art style. And the jokes. Nintendo has actually got really funny localization these days. I've been playing, was it Pocket Card Jockey for 3DS? That is a funny game. Also I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of, like, game dev meta in this. White text on a white background, but... yeah. Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Super's on Crunchyroll now. I need to smash this crate. What are you doing in the way, crate? That's original. Nope, I'm gonna murder this crate. Guess I have to find a... Ooh, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, Joshua. Now there's a hammer. Yeah, I guess the real crux of this game is going to be... Also, like, there's a little weird, like, sticker motion blur on Mario when he jumps. That's kind of cute. Damn it. I'll get it this time. Ah! Description of the Order seems to mimic my opinion of Battlefield 1. Really good in the filmic sense, but gameplay seems just usual Battlefield stuff. That's interesting, Rain. I don't know. I really like Battlefield 1. I think it's actually a really solid game. Oh yeah, Riot. I'm not playing sub-hypes for Twitch Prime subs anymore, because there are too many, and they're not renewing, so... It remains to be seen. I'll be happy to play it if there's some way to count resubs. So if, like, somebody uses Twitch Prime 2 months in a row, if it tells me that, then I'll play that out. But if it's just people throwing their monthly Twitch Prime sub to me, which I appreciate, but that ends up being a little too disruptive if I'm playing each and every one. So it remains to be seen if 2 months in, if somebody subs twice in a row with Twitch Prime, if it gives me some kind of notification of that. And if it does, I'd be happy to play that. I just didn't want to stop the game down a million times. Like Gone Home today and it made me happy cry. Yeah, Beefy is Gone Home is a sublime kind of game. Pretty well written. I don't think it was quite necessarily the revolution a lot of people talked about it as, but it was good. Yeah, Doctor, I just got finished playing an operations round in Battlefield 1. It was really enjoyable. Really crazy. Yeah, exactly, Riot. It was a nightclub with occasional gaming, which actually sounds like a pretty cool place to hang out. I've always wanted that. Something that has, like, cool music and, like, craft cocktails and maybe some good beer, some good whiskey. And then, like, kind of like karaoke, we'll have all the booths. I want booths with gaming set up in them. So you can just chill out with your buds. Somebody can be playing, or you can be playing a multiplayer game. And just get, like, shit wrecked and just hang out with your buds. Oh. Thank you, Fernies. Fernies for the Twitch Prime sub. Do I have to restore the rainbow? Play Wolfenstein The New Order? Absolutely. That and The Old Blood are both fantastic. I'm hoping the Colossus, we hear about it sometime, maybe E3 next year. See an in-review of Battlefield 1. It really seems like a proper game for the review. It does, you're right. I don't know, Sebastian. It's tough. Did you give up on Mafia 3 or did you already finish it? I haven't finished it yet. I want to. I guess we'll find out. There's a bar in London I suggested to Steph when she's thinking of doing a meat retro gaming bar cocktail bar. That sounds awesome. I want to go there. And then Yazir McLean, I did see the 14 expansion trailer. It actually got me hyped up on 14 again. I'm back on the main story quest. Why don't you support cheering? That's an interesting question. I just haven't clicked the button, to be honest. Fuck it, I'll do that now. Assuming I can find it easily. I don't know, when it was first rolling out, I was like... I didn't want to jump on that bandwagon too early before I could see it in action in other people's streams. But it seems pretty low-key. I don't have any, like, just so people know, and maybe this is the other reason at the time I didn't jump on it, is I don't have any kind of alert set up, so I didn't want people to cheer and then get frustrated that a giant gleaming explosion of gems didn't explode across the screen. Maybe... Fuck, do I have to... Is it not in the dashboard? May not be. I think I might set that aside for now, but... Yeah, people seem to be on board with the cheering thing. It's actually really fascinating now that they added that you can, like, earn cheers by watching ads. So, man, it's just like a mobile app now. You can watch ads to get, like, boosters and stuff. It's crazy. I don't watch American Horror Story, no. I've seen some of it, but I don't watch it, like, as a show. How much money did you spend on video game? Kinson, I bought this for 60 bucks. Enable cheering. There we go. I found it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and turn it on. Fuck it, why not? Can I disable it? Sure, fuck it. Hooray. Okay, if you guys want to throw fake Twitch money at me, you're more than welcome. Oh yeah, the Pixel, man. So I've had it for about 2 days now, and it's delightful. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Then again, it's mainly me graduating from a 2-year-old phone that itself wasn't too hot when it came out. So, Micah watch Bruins v Canadians. No worries, Baxter. Do you. I'm just here to chill out. Maybe I should take a closer look at it. Hello there, thing. Hit the blue thing, pull the yellow thing, jump on the red thing. Okay. Ah! No. Ah! Okay, no. Got the HTC 10, still a great phone. Ah! I did it. Ding! Cool. Blue? Got it. What model did you get? How big is the hard drive? Also, is it expandable? Nick Cage, there isn't an SD card slot, so I don't think it is expandable. What is it? Jump on the red thing? Yeah. I got the normal Pixel, not the XL, and I got it with 128 gigs of internal storage, so... Didn't finish Mafia 3 yet either. Previously watched Mafia 3 videos and trailer, and then I got recommended all these videos of Mafia 3 ending and thumbnails spoiling the shit out of it, and I'm pissed. That sucks, man. Gosh. Yeah, that is not okay. Most of the time, I like don't have a lot of pity for people that complain about spoilers, because people seem to disclaim that stuff pretty well, but that's super shitty. I'm sorry. Luckily, I've been able to avoid that, so... Ooh. See, look. The bits are already rolling in. Thanks, Triumphant Ace, for the 100 bits. But yeah, like I said, I don't have, like, Nightbot or anything set up, because I just kind of I like basic streaming. At a certain point, it's kind of strange, though. I feel like people expect a certain base level of interactivity with Twitch. They want to see the donation ticker. They want to see explosions fly across the screen every time somebody chips in money. I don't know. Personally, I'm not a big fan, but if I kind of do this as much for me as I try to provide a cool environment for people, and if a lot of people want that, then I guess it's worth thinking about. Smack that shit. An angry paint can named Huey. Okay, this game already got weird. What's up, AK? Has been a while. Can play Civ 6? I already have a little bit. I wish I was you, have a stable job and relationship. I hate my life sometimes. Kenson, my life hasn't always been that way. I think it's something that I'm very lucky to have, but I worked towards it. And I may be a little older than you. I don't know. So the best advice I can give you is even if you want something, you shouldn't ignore that it takes whoever has it a long time to get there, and a lot of work and a lot of time. So nobody gets to skip to the end for free, if that makes sense. So it's just one step at a time, one day at a time. And for every life decision you make, big and small, think about each decision as a way to move a little closer to where you want. Even if you can't jump from where you are all the way to where you want to be, life's all about getting there in steps. Like, if you wiggle, 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 as long as you're moving in a particular direction, you'll get there eventually. Even if you end up a couple steps away from where you thought you'd be. Yeah. I find that stuff too distracting and annoying, but that's just me. I kinda do too. To me, Twitch streams are always like second screen stuff. I have it on when I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV or something else. So, it's just to kind of listen to conversation and interact with people. Did you like the last episode of Westworld? I did, and I am ready for the next. That show's great. I'm really hoping they don't try to spin it off into multiple seasons and just extend the storyline and all that stuff. Just say the story and be done with it. I really hope it ends up that way. Wow, let's see why Huey's mad. How old are you now? What are your tips on how to get a job for a 22-year-old? Zero McLean, if you're 22, take whatever you can get. That's the thing. You don't get to start doing what you want. When I was 22, I just graduated college, but depending on what half of the year you're talking about, before I was working in the college library. And before that I was working at a Staples, and before that I was working at a GameStop. So I didn't get to just jump into doing something I wanted to do. That's the thing. Just make money. Make money and start establishing a work reputation anywhere. And most of those people I worked with back then, I don't even talk to them now. But it was one thing leads into the next, leads into the next. Everything's connected, even if A to C, there's nothing connecting the two, but there was a B in the middle. If that makes sense. So, right now, early 20s, we just have to roll in the shit. That's always been true. I don't know. People. This is I don't think you guys are kvetching about being millennials and how rough millennials have it and all this stuff. But I mean, I'm a millennial too. You just have to take jobs you don't like. That's how it goes. If you distinguish yourself, then you get to start choosing. That's how it works. Hey, Katie. Yeah, doctor. College uni jobs are great. It paid okay. The biggest thing was it was on campus, so I didn't have to drive anywhere. And I got to do my homework on the clock when I'd done everything else. So I would help people out. I would clean all the laptops. That was my responsibility. Sterilizing them every day. And then I would, if there was nothing else to do, I would just sit there and work on my physics homework and stuff. Gotta go see Nick DiPialo. Alright, Antonius. Enjoy. He's not a regular paint can. Yeah. Aw, he wants to be buddies. I realize text-based games are pretty hard to stream because it's hard to kind of interact with people. In Italy, I sent CV centers GameStop and industry like it is spam, so pondering a lot about moving to UK or another country, but I can't seem to get a stable contact outside this country. Huh. Well, yeah, networking is important, just being friendly with people. Zero McLean, the GameStop that you applied to, have you gone there much? Are you a patron there? The GameStop that I got employed with, I was going there for a year, and the staff knew me. They knew I was pretty polite. I would talk and I wasn't an asshole. So it was just sort of an incidental thing. I was like, I really want to work here. And then the manager was like, give me your resume. I was like, okay. And then it was just like rolled in. Just because I'd been a good customer there for a while, I was basically already in the door. Not to say that I needed an in. GameStop jobs are kind of on the bottom of the ladder. They paid me minimum wage for like 2.5 years. Thoughts on the Switch's name? That's an interesting point. It doesn't sound like it's going to be very good in a lot of regions. It doesn't sound like Switch seems like it's something that a lot of languages can't pronounce, unlike Wii, which is a pretty universal grammatical name. I don't know if it's going to be called Switch in all regions. Maybe it is. AK, I would love to finish off the Halo Collector's Edition with Adam. It's busted. It's still fucking broken. Last time we tried to play, we just couldn't get in a match together. He jumps on things and hits them with a hammer when necessary. That sounds like Mario. I work, doctor says, I work in the admin side of the uni. I go around to high schools to say that they can get into uni. I get paid to travel $30 an hour, but yeah, I've got 2 jobs, maybe 3 at the moment. Just got to get all that experience for when I finish up uni. Yeah, doctor. Get that experience, get that money. What's up, Borak? Oh no, Toad's getting attacked. Perhaps with the help of my friendly new paint can pal, I can save him. It's still broken. Yes, Triumphinace, it is still broken. Not only is it still broken, but they haven't fixed it, and they're probably not going to. Ooh, Henny, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate that. I mean, maybe it's better now, but thoughts on Mirror's Edge Catalyst? I'm glad they made it. I really enjoyed it. Oh, he's sucking out his colors. Did No Man's Sky disappoint you? I wasted 400 Hong Kong dollar to buy this rubbish game. Atkinson, it very much he's got a little straw! Oh my god! It very much disappointed me, because I bought it twice. I bought it on PS4 for the podcast, then I bought it on PC because I actually wanted to play it on that platform. So I paid 120 US dollars for that, and I didn't like it on either platform. Yeah. Hello, Melly Girl. Welcome. Steph, the shy guy has a little straw. It's cute. Oh no, Toad. He gave... Oh no, they're still using the card system? Okay. No, don't sew! Colin wanted me to relay the following. How you doing this fine afternoon? Lixon bites bottom lip. Doing pretty good, Kala. Oh boy, he's all hopped up on color now. Boy, meaningful decisions. Oh, so paint is blood. Toad experienced a hard suck. Yes, he did. Wait, look when you can suck. Zero says, it's the nearest GameStop to my hometown. I was there buying games since it was EB Games, so yeah, I've been familiar face around there for a while. The strange thing around here is that older people are kept to work for a longer time and are not sent to retirement on time, so young'uns are kept out of the job market. Sorta, Zero. Theoretically, the people who are older and kept in the workforce are not doing the same jobs that younger people would do. Theoretically, they've graduated beyond that. I mean, are older people on the cusp of retirement working... like doing the game advisor job at a GameStop, earning minimum wage? I guess I don't know what the equivalent of minimum wage is in Italy, but... I don't know. I was never competing with 60-year-olds for the jobs I was getting, because I was like register biscuit at a fried chicken shack. There weren't a whole lot of 60-year-olds really vying for that job. Yeah! Man. The background kind of reminds me of Earthbound. Primary colors. Surprise watching on the box. No, Awesometics. My day's been pretty good. Oh, look, he's having a good time. He's doing his little chorus line kicks. He'll have time to shower later. Oh, summon up more of his buds. Shy Guy reminds me of the anime girl with toast and mouth trope. Oh, the Sailor Moon trope. We're just gonna go ahead and attack now. That's cool. God. Fucking love... Oh, this music is really good. It's so strange, man. Recent Nintendo games have been nailing aesthetic and, like, music, but the gameplay's been pretty garbage. The last Sticker Star was, like, everything about it was good except for actually playing the game. Oh man, that sucks. Turn it up a little bit. I really like how a lot of modern Nintendo soundtracks will blend like live instruments with sort of retrograde. Shy Guy wants to know. With the retrograde like synth and stuff. Nintendo has fantastic composers, yeah, absolutely. And this is Intelligent Systems. Those guys usually knock every game out of the park. Oh, fuck you, Shy Guy. Come on. Oh, that last statement of mine didn't include GameStop, was for other industries. Got you. Okay, Zero. Yeah. I don't know, there's kind of a natural order to these things. I could see older people keeping out of the workforce if you're like, if you're trying to get into higher level management stuff. But, oh yeah, Mario's about to play his tap cards. All right, come on. There's talking on the bottom screen here. I was really hoping I could play this with a classic controller, but I can't. Yeah, Shy Guy's talking shit. Bigger the icon, the stronger the attack. Oh gosh. Oh man. They're gonna make me... So you have to use touch controls. Basically, you drag a card from your hand onto the attack spot. So I will play my trap card now. As expected. Action commands are for losers. Tap ready. I'm really hoping there's some kind of like timing element to this. That was always one of the parts I loved about Paper Mario, is that there's a rhythm aspect to it. Even finding work with a Bachelor, BS, or BA is going to be difficult, and most of it may be repetitive and meaningless. The experience from those jobs won't be considered experience in the field when applying for grad school. Getting ready for grad school is really scary and daunting, but I gotta do it because it's the best option at that level. So, the only thing that concerns me, Nick Cage, is you're saying definitive things about something it sounds like you haven't actually experienced yet. You say it's going to be difficult and repetitive and meaningless. If you haven't done it yet, you shouldn't pass judgment. I don't know. So, Nick Cage, I don't want to speak to your situation, and I don't want to pass judgment on that, but what worries me is I see a lot of young people anticipating problems or being told there will be problems before they even get there, which to me is strange. There's no reason to... I don't know. It seems like a lot of people kind of get told that the situation is bad, and then they believe the situation is bad, and then they either give up and not try because they think that already, or they do a lot of complaining because they believe that's the state of the world without actually going out and trying. And again, you know, dude privilege or whatever. Don't get Paper Mario on Wii U and put lag of 7 frames at sexually action fans. Good to know, I guess. But for me, I don't know, I kind of just... I guess I operated in a vacuum a little bit, but I went out there and I tried, and I got a lot of shitty jobs, but I worked very hard at them, and everything eventually worked out, because I just tried my best. Just kind of I painted the card. Alright. The more you paint it, the stronger it'll be. Ugh. Oh, you just have to tap it. Okay. Okay, so it's kind of like charging up your attack. Just waiting for the point that Mario talks shit for taking too long. Yeah, I was waiting for that, too. I got an idea of what I could do, which really isn't discovering anything, but I could be a research tech, but it would be better to stay in academia. Yeah. It's up to you, man. I guess, I don't... It does worry me whenever... Whenever somebody is told, oh, the situation's real bad out there, and then that person, instead of going out and trying to do something or trying to apply, either, like, does one thing, and when it doesn't work out, they're like, oh, well, the situation's bad, it makes sense. They kind of... I hate... It bugs me when somebody is told something that may or may not be true, but then they use that to reinforce things that happen. And it's like, you know, you have to keep trying, though. Yeah. People are just pessimistic after 2008 crash. Yeah, Cookie, that's... And I think that's validated. Okay, here we go. It is timing. Press A right before stomping on your foe. You do up to 5 jumps. That's a whole lot of stomping. Yeah, I'm not going to be tapping the gamepad. That's alright. Cool. Hello, Harley. Who's excited for Sonic Mania? I'm excited for people that are excited about Sonic. I've never been a huge fan of Sonic, to be frank. I've never thought it was a very good platformer. But... oh, I didn't get it. Hazardous Noob, can I be your E-Dad? I always was your E-Dad. Or what? Oh, these are shitty shoe. Worn out jump. Yeah, okay. Huh. Yeah, I can... okay. There's already too many steps to just a simple attack. Seen any good movies in theaters recently? Not really, no. No. I wanted to see the new Jack Reacher, but it's gotten some pretty bad reviews, so I might just wait until it comes out digital. Although the new Park Chan-wook movie is out, The Handmaiden. I'm really curious about that. Is this a new series? Borak, I don't really consider anything I play a series. It's just I play it, and if I happen to be streaming it. There are some games I reserve for stream, like Persona 4 for some reason. I really like playing on stream. But I don't really wait around for much else. Riot says, you'd be surprised at what you can get into without having the relevant qualifications. I know a lot of people who didn't try for things because they didn't have the experience, and equal amounts who got into jobs without having experience because they were personable and had skills that weren't applicable but relevant. A lot of the time, having skills in several other areas can actually be counted towards experience. I agree, Riot. And also, it's all down to who you're talking to and who's hiring for the job. A lot of the smart managers, the smart hirers, will appraise a person's capabilities in whole. Namely, like, if you demonstrate the ability to learn on your own and to start projects on your own, those traits will transfer pretty neatly over to other things, even if the skill sets aren't exactly the same. So I think it's one of those things where even, and this is kind of what I was saying before, even if you can't go right to where you want, or if you can't get the kind of job you want, you should still get a job, because just learning how to work is important when you're young. Learning how to deal with shit you don't like. Learning how to deal with bosses that have unreasonable demands. Learning how to be told to do something and having it make no sense, and just dealing with the bureaucracy of it. What exactly did you like about John Wick? RSG says, I enjoyed it a lot. For some reason, I find it difficult to articulate why. There's a couple things. One, Keanu Reeves is he's still a great screen actor. I think he occupies a movie very well. The choreography was amazing. The action directing was amazing. I think that they had a perfect window of being schlocky but still having soul. Like, the whole movie is a rampage movie because a sad man got his dog killed. But it's awesome because that is the premise. It's kind of... And they go just far enough to make it serious and just far enough to make it goofy. So they have those hints in there about the larger, like, assassin world. But they don't go ridiculous on just over-explaining that stuff, so... I don't know. It did a lot of things right. Katie says, I know those fields. I'm a very specialized type of engineer and had to pursue grad school to be able to qualify for the positions I want. But at network events, people ask me what field I'm in, and immediately tell me I will have to move very far to find work. And it bugs me so much because I know there are some companies in my province, you just have to look for them. Yeah, Katie, groupthink is a thing. It's actually a kind of common logical fallacy of people believing in consensus, and for a long time consensus equaled truth. Like, there was no difference between the two. If everyone thought this, it must be how it is. Hence, religion and a bunch of other things. And to a degree, you can still see that happen. People repeat stuff enough that it becomes the truth to them. And you can see that politically. There are certain groups that believe that, the Earth is in a terrible state, and some things are very serious, like climate change, but they will just repeat certain things to each other, and then everyone agrees, yes, this is how it is, and then that becomes their reality, even though they've never personally experienced any of those things. Nick says, I want to do research. That's what draws me to science, also addressing the job market now. A lot of students go to grad school to avoid the real world a little longer. Also buys time to wait for a better job economy. It's a double-edged sword since it could get worse. I guess the one plus for grad school in my field is that if the research for my dissertation gets published, it makes me a better candidate for a good job. Yeah, no, I know the like, I know the waiting for better job market, but the job market's not bad. At least not in America. Oh, did I get spool rated? Welcome. Welcome, spool fellows. Spool boys. But yeah, I think unless you're dealing with a 2008 recession type thing, I mean, unemployment's going down. Specifically in America, unemployment's going down. Jobs are being created at the pace that's been expected. Oh, Spool finished his 24-hour stream. Did he play Civ the whole time? Man, he must have just plopped down on his desk. I caught the beginning of it at work yesterday. And then I came home and played a lot of Civ. Okay, we just gotta splash paint back in this guy. So did he finish a full game of Civ? Was that the whole stream? Or did he finish several games? I haven't finished a single full game of Civ yet, so. It was awesome, man. Okay, you just smash things with my hammer. That. Oh, he's having a nice little sleep. Does Steph ever stream? She has. She's been taking little baby steps. Streamed on Facebook once, opening.
I've streamed more times on Facebook.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How do
people can enjoy my my version of playing things on the PC versus Xbox. The only thing is, of course, it's not. I guess it is public. I guess it's only public to friends. I don't think it's like somebody could go to my Facebook page and like look at it because, you know, I don't necessarily want everybody on there. Although I used to be much more crazy about like, I need to know you in real life. Like in order for you to be like a friend of mine on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then I started to realize like that's just never gonna fly with my job.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna have to know people that I don't know in real life. Because there's a potential that I could know them in real life or meet them at like an event or things like that.
Okay.
But I'm mainly lazy, I guess. Although right now I'm currently deleting about 100,000 emails from my old Gmail account, and I've unsubscribed from about 30 different businesses.
Nice.
Because I was like getting really annoyed looking at the high amount of stuff that...
All the newsletters you never wanted to read?
Yeah, and like... You know, it was either that or then I would probably leave and go somewhere and spend money. I shouldn't spend money. I'm on a trip soon.
Uh-oh.
So now this means I do this instead.
Our poor paint can buddy is about to get a bad wake up. Paint stars. Call his second message. I feel like IRL he probably would have replied to someone who said that with, "I'm doing good, Zaddy." Did she mean daddy? And then a little cat face? Okay, cool. If you pick up colors, it separates it out into its primaries. I don't know why, but I like games that involve the color wheel as one of the mechanics. Wake up! Damn it! Not you, princess. Get out of the fucking fuck! God, get out of the way! I'm trying. You keep getting in the way, bitch! God damn it! There we go. Shit. Oh, Riot says, I did the same thing for so long, and in the end, I've just stopped bothering because it puts very little personal stuff on there. Haha, you gotta go to sleep. 12:30 a.m. in Ireland. Oh well, good night. Thanks for dropping in.
Select all 8,000 emails to delete forever. This has been... I just deleted 11,000 emails. I'm pretty sure I found shit from like 2014. Still just sitting in this inbox.
What other games have color wheel mechanics? I'm trying to think.
Well, the Blob didn't have color wheel mechanics, but you got to pick
close.
different... Yeah, you got
the
to
Blob
pick
was
different
cool.
colors.
I like that game.
I know, it was sad that it didn't do better for THQ, because it was actually a super cute game.
Yeah. And the soundtrack of the Blob was fucking great.
The fact that the music would get louder, the more colorful. Like,
and it was all just like upbeat
was.
jazz music. Oh,
Yeah,
so good.
it was super cute.
It had a really good
Still
style.
working. Fucking Christ.
Yeah? Oh, we got a lot of emails though.
Delete.
I can't remember. There's a couple of other RPGs I think that like had. Oh, Recore had a bit of that. And you basically had colored weapons, and then you would attack enemies, and if you matched up the colors or parts of colors. Mickey Mouse game with the colors. Oh, Epic Mickey? I actually never played those. I always intended to. I've got surround sound. It won't be weird. I love it when somebody promises you that it won't be weird. That's when you know it won't be weird. Alright, that didn't do anything. What's up, Adam? Welcome. Thunderbird by Mozilla really helped me clear out 130,000 emails from an old email account. It took like 45 minutes. Fuck. Yeah, Kidson, this game has great music. That's kind of what I'm starting to play first-party Nintendo games just for the presentation, like the music and the art. Oh no! Oh, he's so sad. His paint's gone. Oh, Splatoon? Yeah, that wasn't necessarily very color wheel based. I mean, it was color based for sure, but didn't really like get into the mixing of colors and things like that. Did you enjoy Recore? I did, but I didn't finish it. I was intended to, but I ran into some problems with the anniversary update. Games were like locking and crashing, and I feel like everyone was so hyped for Recore, how I was, and then nothing. I still liked it. It just wasn't really finished. It's one of those games where you can tell another 9 months probably would have made that game incredible. There were some pretty severe systemic problems with it near the end of it. Namely, needing to switch out robots all the fucking time. That's kind of the opposite of what's supposed to happen in Metroidvanias like that. You're supposed to get more free, not more hindered. Sorry, gross. Oh, poor pig can. She doesn't mean daddy. The millennial girls on the internet and IRL like to say Zamzaddy. In reference to Damn Daddy. I don't care why they changed it up. It's not a gang thing like changing letter C to a B. What? Trying to be cute. Oh, gosh. Are you serious right now? Well, Borak, thanks for letting me know. There's just, you know, new internet slang that I'm not hip to. Basically did sacrifice myself. Help Mr. Can. Mr. Can. Alright, Huey. Whee! Wait. Oh yeah, I can do that, by the way. Alright, here we go. Game start. Damn it. Ah. No. Just out of curiosity, the issue was because there were too many robots because returning to the base was annoying. Returning to the base was annoying. That's the only place you can switch robot pals. And then your traversal skills are tied to what robots you have in your team, basically. And some places you had to use, like, 2 skills in a row. And if you didn't have the exact right grouping, you had to go back to base and switch. And it was really, really frustrating. 1000% serious, it's a thing, and it's kind of dumb. Well, Bork, thanks for letting me know. Niall says, in terms of finding employment, you can't really understate the power of showing your face. I've been looking for software development work for a few months without getting a single interview. Went to a local graduate job fair and immediately got follow-ups interviews from 4 different companies, and I'm starting my first proper job next month. And a small bit of effort to stand out for the pile. Yeah, absolutely. If you can
send donuts.
Ooh.
People, did you see about that dude?
Ah.
He went and dressed up as if he was a delivery dude, delivered donuts that were included in his resume. Just because he wanted to try to get in. This is like what it's now coming down to. It's like a fucking slideshow or a sideshow.
Ah, it's always been that. I don't think there's ever been a time where you can just blind send in an application to a job, like any job that's above entry level, and get much of a response. Yeah, I got my first graduate job from oh boy, I'm using a lot of paint, from going to a job fair, and then yeah, just shaking somebody's hand, talking with them face to face, and giving them something to remember you by, which can be as simple as, you know,
slip them a 20.
Yeah, slip them a 20. But just having a decent conversation.
That could get you in trouble.
Helps people know that you're not
Donuts
insane.
Cool.
He had something on the back of his head. Well, you sold this game, you finished. I buy games digitally, so there's not much of a chance to resell them.
I admit, I think that the saddest thing that I ever did...
Slip him some dick. There you go.
I went and I took one of the copies of Band Hero that I got, and I traded it in at a GameStop.
Nice.
For Borderlands.
Band Hero was not that great.
It was all. I mean, it was all right. The only thing that I truly remember about making Band Hero was I told you when Taylor Swift came to do like, the mocap.
Everybody just kind of stood there and watched.
Well, they had like you could go and clap for her when she like entered, but the thing that like made me like completely insane is all the back-end programmers that I worked with.
Yeah.
That were all like, you know, we sat in a very cold, dark room that was like a cave, and I had to have like a blanket around me because I was freezing, and they were like, "Don't touch the AC," and I'm like, "I'm really cold though." I'm like, "You guys have like 9 PS like 3s around you, which is blowing hot air. I have nothing. I have my PC. That's it." When they were all complaining, they're like, "Wow, she wasn't that hot in person," and I was
gross.
like, shut up. Like, I got so angry at all of them that I was like, you guys are such dicks. If she even acknowledged your existence, you would all pass out, panting, fainting over each other, trying to act as if you're all cool. Yeah, you wasn't that hot in person.
Also, they're talking about how hot she was. Wasn't she like 18, 19 at the time?
Yes. Also, yeah, well, I was just insulted. I'm like, really? All you little fuckers right now? You're saying she wasn't that in person. I'm like, if she even gave any of you the time of day, you would all think that you were studs. And guess what?
Yeah.
She would not care because you're all gross. You're all gross little cavemen. And I was like, you should shut up because I'm not going to listen to you guys put this kind of bullshit out there.
Oh, he's so sad about his bridge.
So annoyed.
Oh. Connections go a long way as well, says the nanobiologist. I almost got denied a job because they thought I wouldn't move all the way out to Maryland for it, or get adjusted to the area. Somebody at the company vouched for me, and I got an offer 2 weeks later. Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of the thing. Just knowing people and having a face-to-face conversation goes a long way. It's not that it's like a technique. It just makes sense. If you're in charge of hiring somebody that you like need to trust in to do a job, are you going to spend a lot of time talking to somebody you've never met before? Are you going to go with somebody that either somebody you trust vouches for, or you've already had some interaction with and you kind of got a good feeling about? I don't know. 3 minutes fast. I got to start making connections. Yeah, I mean it's part of. It's rarely making connections to make connections. Typically that stuff is incidental to doing other things. So it's kind of like dating in a weird way. Like if you want to meet somebody who's into the stuff you're into, you just got to go and do that stuff, and then maybe somebody single will be around, and because you met doing that thing, you'll already have that in common.
Have you also thought about doing meetup groups in your area that are for business professionals so that you can network?
Absolutely. There's always that kind of thing. And that stuff's easy to find on the internet. It just takes a little bit of initiative and some amount of willpower to overcome social anxiety to look that stuff up and just go. Just go and talk to people. Connections always get you far. You got connections, you do work all right, you can basically, you work well in a team, you can get yourself a job. Yeah, those are, I mean, that's the triad of important life skills. Oh yeah, spools. Somebody already linked it, but yeah, spool stream is spoolio, so it's spool with an O on the end of it.
Is it a 0 or?
It's the letter O. Got it, Huey. Get back in my pocket. One thing that does suck is when it's a diversity checkbox versus a hire or a good hire that would help more. Again, yeah, sure, if that happens, Old Siren, I think people believe that happens more than it does happen. I think that's one of those, like, people like to throw out a lot of. I'm not like, don't let me dispute anything, especially if you have first-hand experience with it. But gosh, people sure do find any excuse they can to explain failure, or just like it's very comforting for people to have something to blame. Oh, I got a Bagoomba. Aw, boom. Aw, you blew it, dude. Come on, man. Sadly not a 0. It should be, yeah. Spool 0 cool. Oh yeah. Well, you gotta stomp on a Goombi. Rain says, I'm gonna be honest, there's very little demand for screenwriters over here. Yeah, that's just life, man. Everybody wants to do that. Comics ever pay real nice for some reason, which was I just started trying my hand on drawing. See if I can make contacts in that field. Sure, man. There's always going to be a trade-off between what you want to do and what the job market asks of you. And that's why we have money. That's what our system is based around. The principle of, you know, supply and demand. If you're trying to do a job a million other people are already doing, and they've been doing it for longer than you have, and they already have the connections and experience, you're just not going to get it. Tough. Like, that's life. Not everyone gets to do what they want to do all the time. That's when you do it as a hobby. If you really want to do it, you'll do it for free for a long time. And that's how you get the connections and the experience. And then when there's an opportunity, you'll be there for it versus somebody else who's never done it. Happens a lot in my industry. My friend who has 10 years experience lost the hire to a girl who just got out of college. Well, so your friend didn't get the job and somebody else did. There may be more involved than purely that. I don't know. It's easy for people to look at something from the outside and be like, oh, it's because she was a woman, and clearly there must have been a quota. Maybe there was, but maybe there wasn't. I don't know. I don't have a lot of pity for people that blame stuff like that. And if it did happen, that sucks. Go get another job. I've not gotten many jobs. I mean, I'd say by far I've applied to more jobs than I've ever had. So not getting jobs is just part of it. People who you can stay and fixate on why you didn't get a particular job or compare yourself to the person who did get it and drive yourself crazy doing that. Or you can move on. Move on and still be constructive with your own life. If you really want to do something, you're going to keep working for it. You're not going to give up after the first 10 rejections. Yeah, I agree, Stupid Taco. Again, I don't want to be dismissive. Yeah, it's a great name.
I do. How dare you? You should have more high self-esteem. You're not a stupid taco. You're a delicious,
a crunchy
wonderful taco.
People would be lucky to eat you.
They would be lucky to put you in their mouth.
Billy says,
not because you're stupid.
I'd recommend finding someone who does what you want to do at a high level already. It provides an opportunity for that rubber banding convergence type growth in the very field you'd like to work in. Sure. But, you know, that doesn't mean that people are obligated to, like, talk to you or help you out or be your buddies or anything like that.
I think that there are certain fields that make that a bit easier for you to find, like, mentorship. Like, when you're an artist, like, there's so many people that I've spoken to that have gone to school to want to make, like, art or graphic designers or things like that, and I tell them that they should join some of the boards that I know a lot of the folks from the video game industry will participate in, so that way they can kind of talk with people. They'll do a lot of, like, free portfolio reviews that way, and then they kind of get, like, feedback. Oh, maybe I need to change this in my portfolio. Because the schools, for the most part, they will help, but from everything that I've seen, like, it's not necessarily providing the right, like, they'll tell you, make your portfolio so big, like, to include everything you've worked on, and you're like, yeah, but if you're trying to be, like, a specialized, like, environmental artist, why would you show the things that you've made that are, like, individual objects?
Yeah.
Just because you spend a lot of time on it doesn't mean that that's going to showcase your skill when you're supposed to be focused on environmental art. So, like, and that's something that, like, somebody who's working as an environmental artist or is already in that field will tell you, hey man, maybe you need to, like, make your portfolio more focused or do, like, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I find that those things are definitely a lot more helpful.
AK says, let's take a trip down memory lane. How did you end up with Inside Gaming Daily and Machinima? That was like the Funhouse Group breakthrough, and I'd like to know how you ended up being there. Sure. I think that's a pretty good example of the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Oh, cool. I guess the legacy of things that led to that was... so I graduated college, got a job as a software engineer, and didn't really like it. I had already been writing for blogs and stuff in my off time, volunteering for a couple blogs that went under. But at the time, I was writing for a volunteer blog called GamesAreFun.com. It's not around anymore, but there I was in a group with a lot of different people, and I think I worked pretty well with all of them. Had some conflict, but that's kind of normal, especially when you're dealing with a lot of like junior dorks who were kind of pretending at being grown-up bloggers.
I thought you called them junior dorks.
That's what we were. What are you doing over there, shy guy? What are you? Hey, ugh, what's he doing? So I went from there, kept writing for them. While I was doing that, I was getting better at writing, and I had like a bank of blog articles that I could send to anybody. So I applied to another job, or applied to another blog that did kind of like a, they paid on website views. Uh-oh. Okay, that's kind of cool. Hold on, I gotta beat the hell out of the, ooh, multicolored. Oh, I'm not talking to you yet. So I did that for a while, and it was the first time I was ever actually getting paid for it, which was pretty cool. And then, that kind of fell through. I guess I had a, unbeknownst to me, one of the managers of the site apparently was taking issue with some of the things I was doing and saying. It didn't tell me about it, so it was really confusing when it just, you know, got a conspicuous call one day, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna have you stop writing on this website. And I was, what the fuck? And I was told that there had been like 3 strikes against me that I did not even know about. You have got to shut up about that. Fine. Be quiet. So in the wake of that, I was like, well, shit. I guess this is a good opportunity to apply for a bunch of other websites. Hey, wee baby Seamus. Thank you for the Twitch sub. So one of the at that point, yeah, it was 2 layers deep. So one of the writers that I was writing with on the site that basically dismissed me said that somebody they knew was looking for freelance writers, and they had heard of me. So I was like, cool. Basically, I put the word out that I was looking for work because this website had done. And then one of the guys I worked with at the website there was like, hey, this guy says he's looking for you, or he's looking for work, and he remembers you. So it turned up being somebody that I had written with at the earliest website, the free one. And they were, oh, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, Mr. Wheezy. And they were basically like, yeah, send over some samples, but, you know, we've written together before, and I know you work, so it was just like, we'll throw freelance work your way when we have it. So that's when I started freelancing for Machinima. I was writing a lot of written reviews for their blog, because they were trying to get on Metacritic. So, you see how it really is a happy union of the circumstance being right, namely that someone else had some agenda, so there was money being thrown at written reviews, and I also had an in, because I'd worked well with that person who had then gotten a job and was in charge of hiring. So or rather in charge of managing freelance writers. So I started getting written freelance work that way. And because in that job I was pretty low maintenance, I always pitched new ideas, I tried to execute them very well, turn in my stuff on time, it was always pretty high quality. They eventually extended me a full-time job offer, and this was when I was living in Texas. So I moved out to LA in 2011, I think? Yeah, started working in the Machinima office. And just by being in the office, I was initially hired to make a newsletter. That was my whole thing. That was the whole reason I was hired. Because they wanted to get the circulation high so they could distribute ads on it, and then it would just be a revenue generator. That was the thinking. But, you know, for me, I would make and send the newsletter and run all the analytics on it, and then it would be like 10:30. You're like, well, what else am I supposed to do? So I would write more for the blog. I would like arrange reviews for some of our freelancers then. And because I was doing the blog writing because I was doing blog writing, Adam started doing Inside Gaming Daily at the time, which was live action. And I can't remember exactly when it happened, but I kind of offered, I think, basically said, hey, I keep track of all the news. If you want, I can just throw together a list of news stories for you. So it'll like help you out, you know, you can just read through them and pick what you want. And that's kind of the genesis of how I started writing the scripts for Inside Gaming. I would just put together story with links and then some bullet points about what it was about. And then eventually that became the script. They would just read through the stories and comment on them. And then after that, it started, once we kind of got better at programming the show, instead of just reading off a list of news stories, we'd pick one and actually do research, so it was like a full report. And that's when I started actually scripting the show. So it was, you know, it's just those things that, if you're good at what you do, and you're like, you should do your job as best you can while you're doing it, and then in the course of doing your work, other opportunities will appear. And if you're ready to take advantage of those opportunities and also do well in those new opportunities when they come around, you'll just keep being able to graduate up or change what you want. And that's when it's like, it's not as much jumping from where you are to where you want to be, it's taking those steps in that direction. So, and it took time. I would say from volunteering on the side, which is I would go and work a 9-hour job and then come home and write for free about games. And I did that every night. Going from that to actually earning a living income on it was about 7 years, I think. So, oh shit, Spiralicious. That is a 1-year sub-hype, which means we got a song to play. Completely unrelated. I had a dream with you in it the other night. You were lovely. We played Diablo 2 together. You insisted upon playing the Druid. Interesting. I have played the Druid before. I mained Paladin to start, but I like the Druid. That was the class I played when the expansion came out. I like those eagles, man, going around killing everything for free. I liked how Diablo 2 with the Necromancer and other things. Ooh, 13-month Okapi, thank you. Kind of invented classes that are more passive. Like you just stack up a bunch of AI that kill stuff for you. What is Mario doing? Staring over the back of this guy while this shy guy jacks off in the corner. Jeez, Okapi. Thought it was obvious. Alright. Spiralicious, thank you for the year-long sub. Here's your jam. I do hope you enjoy it. It's new. Woo! To the people asking, no, BlizzCon has not happened yet. That is November 4th. How does Color Splash compare to the previous? I'll do it. I'm not sure yet. I'm still... Oh, gross, dude. Still kind of Oh, what are you slurping on? Oh, you don't have a straw. You can't do shit. I'm concerned because combat's pretty slow. Actually, I'm not gonna paint this one up. We'll see how this goes. We'll see if I can kill him with an unpainted shitty stomp. I guess it can. Okay, that's interesting. There's no damage numbers. Many pointers for YouTube gamers on how to stand out from the crowd. There's so much content out there. I have no idea how to differentiate myself from the rest. Just start imitating. Start that way, and then I would say Triloflops. You kind of have to. Oh, no game sound. Sorry. Overwatch remaster confirmed. You have to figure out what you have to offer that's different, but you won't ever come up with a headspace for it until you master the basics. Like, you have to get bored with making the same old thing first, and then your mind will start to turn about what you can do differently. So just start doing the same old thing. Do gameplay videos, watch them yourself, try and figure out why you don't like them, because odds are you won't like them to start. Thinking about it. What?
Get a unicycle.
Oh yeah, play on a unicycle.
Nobody's doing that.
Heard the combat is kind of hindered by the gamepad. It does make it pretty slow.
Tiger?
Yeah, live tigers.
Play in a cage with a live tiger?
Oh, you're giving away a lot of ideas for free here, Steph. So, you know, be careful about that. What if Tiger Gaming takes off and you're just sitting there?
Well, I don't have a live tiger, so it's not as if I can do this myself.
Fuck. Damn it.
Like I said, I'm not prepared for the streaming lifestyle.
No, you're not a stream lord, not yet.
I'm not even a tube lord. I'm not a tube lord. I'm not a stream lord.
Lord of nothing.
I'm a lord of this email inbox right now.
Yeah, you're dominating an inbox.
I'm deleting shit from 2013 now.
What's your opinion on the Switch? I was talking about talking a little bit about it earlier. It has the potential to be great, but keeping in mind like how the Wii U went, I think that what I'm worried is that there won't be a use case where it is fundamentally better than anything else. It could be a great...
Oh man, 2011. Ooh, getting in the Wayback Machine.
Oh, your emails.
Also, I like it. You know what? I'll say something about this. It's kind of fun to see what emails like what headlines I clicked on.
Yeah. And
what interested me, and it's just like the same shit. It's like, oh, cool. I I won't click on 83% off a photo shoot package, but I will click on the one that says trampoline birthday party package because I'm like, is it for adults?
That does sound pretty great.
Do I get to go on a trampoline?
What game can you always play and have an enjoyable time playing it? Right now, Overwatch? Maybe. There are times when that game... Yeah, there are times when that game frustrates me and I have to put it down. I'd say Rez. Pac-Man. Final Fantasy XIV I can pretty much always jump into and have, like, do something that I like. Which is just like, I mean, so much of it is just sitting back and hitting the same rotations. They're getting pretty good about coming up with modes that fuck that up. I played a story mission yesterday that was like, it was like this like faux combat thing, but it was in this wide open battlefield of all AI characters, and I had to go around like healing people and hurting people and like getting aggro away from stuff. And then occasionally like characters would get powered up, and if you killed them you got more points, and it was like first 100 points. It was cool. I really liked it. You ever played Firemen for SNES? It was released in America. It wasn't released in America, but Europe is super grand. I don't think so, all dude. What's that about doing dungeons with fans? They'd have to be on my server, and Nanobiologist is kind of a bigger thing. I try not to. Part of me gets a little concerned about that. I don't want any drama to start of like somebody wanting to play with me and then getting upset that it's always this other character, like this other person and this person in Twitch like always gets to do it and I don't get to do it, and that just must mean he hates me, and I don't think that would happen, but I worry that it would happen. I'm also kind of antisocial in my own little way. That's something I should probably get over, though. There's no reason not to. You're gonna get PSVR? Yeah, Stephanie already got it, actually. Saving up to get one, just want to hear some personal reviews. I actually really, really like it. I like it a lot better than either the... Oh, he's tricked me! Hello, that little guy. Liberty Inc. I haven't played Shadow Warrior 2 yet. I'm concerned about it. I'm gonna play it, but I don't think it's gonna be as good as 1. I kind of thought that. I played a preview build and I was like, you guys are going with like procedural levels and item pickups and you're just basically trying to make it like Borderlands. Why are you doing that? It was really good when it was actually levels that were fun to play. Yeah, I don't know. I have yet to play the 1. Some people seem to really like it, so. Big Dick Bandito writes, I went on a date with a girl, and 3 pints in, she told me she's a lesbian. While she went along with this obvious date is a little mystery. Problem is, we had a really good time and connected. Talking a lot lately, and I'm starting to enjoy having a lesbian friend. Problem is, I don't want her to think I'm only trying to get in her pants. I just enjoy her company. So it wouldn't pose a problem if I didn't initially try to get in her pants. Well, dude, if she's talking to you, it sounds like she's not very worried about that. I wouldn't sweat it, unless she seems to be getting distant because she presumes that you're trying to have sex with her. I mean, she told...
Well, if she's bold enough to tell you that she's a lesbian, then there's a chance that you could probably just be as bold with her to be like, hey,
yeah,
you know, like, I know that I asked you out on a date in order for us to
actually
like,
really
get together,
like you.
But I just like hanging out with you, and like, I'm not interested in trying to convert you, or, I mean, there's more than likely, if she talked to you as well, there's a chance that she's probably more bi than she is lesbian, or at least is attracted to men sometimes.
Toad just committed suicide. Why'd you do that, guy?
Because he's made of paper. It doesn't fucking matter. He's going to come back.
I brought him back to life, and he's like, oh my god, I have a new lease on life. I'm gonna do extreme stuff like cordless bungee jumping, and then he just dove right off.
Oh, that's why. Well, now he's just gonna parkour his way into your
right,
heart.
Yeah. Hold on. This is not a trap either, I'm sure. Oh! My hero. Damn you, Shy Guys. Cute.
Also, really, everybody should get PSVR because it's a lot of fun.
I am a huge fan of PSVR. It's just kind of a, like, the games work. They look better. You messed up Flesh Face. I actually really like the image quality, to me, is better out of PSVR than it is out of Oculus or Vive. And I know that Oculus and Vive have higher resolution, but the lenses in PSVR are better and cleaner. The Oculus retail unit I have is shitty. The lenses are just really blurry and kind of refract the light in a frustrating way. It makes the light kind of band in a strange way. I don't know. Not a fan. And I think that may have to do with, well, I didn't kill him. I guess I should have painted up that one. I know that, Oculus was having issues with, suppliers and things like that. So maybe they just got a bunk set of lenses, but I even contacted support and I was like, these lenses can't be right. I think they just, they're basically like, yeah,
your whole family's not right. We don't like you, and then they just didn't.
Yeah, and I was on the fence for it for another one. I was on the fence on it for a while, like trying not to pass judgment, but then Achievement Hunter had a retail Oculus, and then I looked through theirs and it was the same thing. So,
but playing Until Dawn has been incredibly enjoyable.
Yeah, Until Dawn was great.
It's fucking terrifying.
Res Infinite is fucking good too. I'm curious to try some other stuff, but Until Dawn and Res Infinite are better games than any other VR game I've played. Edge of Nowhere is pretty good. I finally started that up. I am already just real tired of climbing on ice walls, because that's a good half of the game. I'm eating dinner with a little Chinese woman named May right now. You're living the dream. So my PS4 for Pro, then got impatient and got PSVR after reading glowing reviews, and I have it sitting here waiting for my Pro. It's been hell. Oh, Dev's fan, no, that sounds terrible. I was planning on waiting for the Pro to ship to get PSVR as well, but luckily Stephanie is less patient. She got it. Which is really, really fun. How does Until Dawn work in VR? It's RSG, it's a rail shooter. It's different. It's just kind of corny scares. But you, basically, it's a rail shooter. It's kind of like, you know, House of the Dead or whatever. You use the move controllers as your guns, and you reload by tapping the tops. But it's cool. You can, like, aim around in 2 different directions. It's neat.
There's hair glitter now?
I haven't tried Drive Club VR, no. I tweet you old random TV shows and commercials but never hear a response. Would you prefer I stopped? I completely get it if you would. I mean, dude. So, I don't know if it's you, but typically people will tweet me things that are, like, pretty well known or obviously, like, created by somebody. I don't really want that stuff. The stuff that I use typically is abandoned media, just like old VHS tapes that nobody remembers who made, and no one's like putting the copyright out on, things like that. So you can keep doing it. It doesn't bother me, but I mean, I have no problem finding stuff. Speaking of, this weekend I should see if I can make another batch of those. Check that Rigs, or you ended up sick off your mind. I don't know about the sick off your mind part, but no, I haven't played anything called Rigs. Paint this one. There we go. How do I decide who to attack? I feel like I should have done that. Maybe I already did and wasn't paying attention. Try the hammer card. Oh yeah, there's multiple steps. Is this the thing where you hold it to the left again? Oh, you have to hit A. Shit, okay. Such a Korean DBZ film. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I remember that one. I actually haven't checked that out yet, but I saw that link and I was like, now that's interesting. I'll do, like, that's a good hit. I mean, that'd be good to pull the title sequence off of. Yeah, there it is. I will try that. That is actually, kind of in line with the kind of stuff I'm looking for. So I appreciate that. Net combat mixed with some sort of sports. Oh, yeah, Raina, that's right. I remember seeing the trailer for that now. Yeah, AK, sadly, bringing back, Bruce singing for demo disc is not something I can do. That is beyond my power. Project, gotta take off and be a family man before work. Have a good night. Thanks for the stream. Check your donations when you... Oh, thank you. Thank you, Project. Have a good day, man. And, good on you for being a loving father or mother. I'm assuming that's what that means. Boom. Okay, that hurts everybody. Interesting. Yeah, Nick Cage, I was wondering that too. Don't think this is hard, but maybe it was a test. She might have wanted to see if you would stick around. If you were only the person she told that she was lesbian, it could be her showing her trust. Also, she may not know what she is exactly. Sexuality can be confusing. Nick Cage, that's all great advice, man. I didn't want to throw this out there because I didn't want to promote, like, you have no reason to think that she's not telling you the truth. But I have known some women to tell dudes they're dating that they're lesbians just to see if fucking is all they're interested in. If they, and that's like a less contentious. It's a less contentious way of saying we're not having sex tonight. Of like I want to sit here and talk to you first. And that may be it too. Who knows? But you know what? If I still think you're totally justified in saying, you know, I just want to hang out with you. It doesn't have to be about that. She might have changed her mind and used it as a way to stop a date from being a date. That's another really good point, Riot. I've also heard both men and women talk about how they'll be on a date and they'll have a lot of fun, but they don't really feel that romantic spark, and they don't know how to transition into just hanging out, even if they want to. So yeah, that could have been that too. Absolutely. Woo! Hey, Mark Cerny has stated recently with The Verge that PS4 Pro will not have an immediate benefit to PSVR. So all we can hope for is a quick update from developers to utilize the Pro. He said himself that developers have to utilize it for their own games VR. Okay, Borak, that makes sense. I was actually wondering about that. I'm glad that Mark Cerny actually laid that out like that. Because yeah, PS4 Pro, or sorry, PSVR, it's not like the resolution could get better because the screen is in the unit. I was hoping that maybe frame rate would be improved, and for all I know, it may still be improved. But the frame rates for everything I've played have been totally great. Oh, they're gonna tell you how to get sneak attacks. It's trying to suck up that waterfall so hard. Gotcha, fucker. Doesn't actually do that much damage. But do you get a, Man, yeah, you can't even use the D-pad. You have to touch the screen. That fucking sucks. Alright. And then flick it, like... Yeah, I can see why that is going to be annoying over the course of an entire game. I'll probably get really good at it, but it could just be buttons. Don't you get tired working all day and streaming after that? If meant, of course. That's why I don't stream every day. But at the same time, my streams are not very high maintenance. Like I don't really like have a lot of tip stuff set up. I chat with people, but it's not like work, you know? I just, I like playing video games, and, like, I don't have alerts set up and all that stuff because it's not a job, and I don't want it to be a job, so this is just me playing and reading chat, which is what I'd be doing anyway, you know? If I'm not streaming, then I am watching a stream or watching a TV show, so there's just something else going on. Okay, that's good emoticon use. But the only thing that does kind of make it tiresome is technical issues, which have been popping up more and more lately, because goddamn the Windows 10 update is just a real humdinger. Just a lame way to say it. But yeah, and now like you guys noticed, the video player is getting really weird. So I've been noticing it acting strange in other ways, so I might have to check the video plugin, or maybe see if there's a different plugin I can use. But there aren't many. This is just the VLC has a plugin that OBS Studio can use. You'd think there'd be more, but there kind of aren't. Holy shit, can't Mario just cut through those toilet papers? No, man. This is Paperland. Paper is as strong as concrete, but still crumples for some reason. Also, don't talk shit about Mario. He does what he wants. Resonator says, does looking at a screen all day physically get to you at all, be it video games or editing? I do a lot of work on computers all day on my major, and I've been trying to find a way to reduce physical stress from screen time. I take breaks, but they only work temporarily. Well, yeah, it's gonna be temporary. That's essentially what I do. It's rare now that I'll spend maybe more than a 2-hour session staring at a screen. If I have to edit something, then it's kind of heads down, but I get to like look around a bit, walk around some, have conversations. So I'm kind of lucky that I task switch a lot. Yeah, from your perspective, just get up and walk around a bit. I typically try and drink a lot of water when I'm playing a game or something, so I'll get up, use the bathroom, get up, and refill my water. So that gives me some time to like focus on other things, give my eyes a rest, and just move a bit. Stupid Taco says, "To go to bed, but this has been an awesome first stream. Thanks for the content and awesome conversations." No worries, man. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for adding in your perspectives. Do you have glasses with the screen filter on it? Oh, no, like the Gunner stuff? No, it's interesting. I have noticed that it does seem like they try to move the focal point away, so your eyes just kind of, they don't converge as much to look at something near. When I wear those, it seems to move the focal point of a screen like back 10 feet, which is really weird, but I can see how that would be a little more relaxing over enough time. The yellow tint gets on my nerves, though. Frame rates, pixel fidelity, and graphical improvements can happen with utilization of Pro for VR. The Verge's interview is pretty in-depth and worth a check out. Okay, Borak, that's good to know. I should check that out. I didn't know. So that's The Verge with Mark Cerny. I'll see if I can go pick that up. But no, my glasses are normal glasses. I've never really had eye fatigue. My parents used to worry about that a lot when I would play games, but it was just never an issue. And my sight doesn't seem to be getting worse or anything, so. Just play in the dark, hurt and strain your eyes at all. No. I've heard that, but I've never seen any data to prove it. It just seems to be something that people repeat, like, oh, playing in the dark strains your eyes. I like it because it makes the colors more vibrant. I don't know.
It's an old wives' tale. I don't care.
I mean, maybe. I've never felt it myself, and I've never seen, like, a study showing that looking at bright things in dark situations strains your eyes. That's what eyes do. They take in light. Let's see here. Redleg says, we're just anyone that's gone to conventions before. What advice do you have for someone who's going to be going to the first convention such as PAX East? Redlegs, I don't know that it's necessarily something you have to think that hard about. I'd say take showers every day. Wear deodorant, like the basic stuff. Make sure to either carry water on you or make a point to stop at every water fountain and tank up. Yeah, bring your own water and some food. Riot has really good advice there. Convention food and water costs a lot. You will forget to hydrate. Yep. Hand sanitizer. Or your own, like one of those little packets of wipes that that are like disinfecting wipes, because if you ever wait in line or you want to touch controllers. Oh yeah, good idea. That's by far where people get the most sick, is that touching controllers that like so many other people have touched. And it's super gross. And sometimes, like, there are groups that are really good about cleaning them off, like, after, people leave, or, like, at least a couple times, like, an hour. But you can't guarantee that, and that's, if you just want to make sure you don't get sick, that is a thing that you do. And also layers, because you'll be in Boston, and Boston can be cold. Hey, Chewbacca for president. We got your card. Thank you for sending it. Going back in here. There's another star in here somewhere. I probably don't have the skill to get it yet, but I'm gonna go anyway. Gosh, I love the aesthetic of this game is so good. Hey, little guy. I didn't know that. Oops. Yeah, I didn't want to do this. What did you recommend to someone who sweats after 5 minutes of under above room temperature? Nothing really. Sweat. Try and not accidentally bump into people. You're like, take a backpack, because they'll search your bag anyway. But at least that way you can wear a t-shirt when you're on the floor, but then, like, put your coat on when you go outside, because you don't want to get sick either from, like, drastic temperature changes. A little personal fan, perhaps. Blow it on your face. Yeah. That'll help. Those are good suggestions. Deodorant, yes, deodorant's very important. Oh, maybe I can color in the sign now. There we go. Still working. I did. Oh wait, it's not. There we go. It's combat in this like Lost Kingdoms. I'm not familiar with Lost Kingdoms. What is that? Is that the, Yeah, gosh, that game is old. I thought you were referencing that GameCube game. I never played that. So sorry, I don't think I can tell you. It's pretty similar to Sticker Star. So you have a hand of cards that you pick up either in the world or through combat, and then you play one. You can spend some paint to make it more powerful. Okay, so yeah, the next step is to fix the bridge. Aw. And immediately, I like that toad. Hard worker. What's up, cauliflower? Music in this game makes me wish I was in Paris. You see that, Crackulicious? It is kind of nice and pastoral. There, I fixed your stupid shop. I love how the shopkeeper rubs his hands together. Been watching for 3 years, and it's been awesome to see how much has changed. Well, thank you, that prodigy. It's really interesting.
I really like this game. Little kid telling Doctor Strange is in toy sex. So look what he does. Fucking throws him in a portal.
That's a really interesting...
Pleases me greatly. Fuck
Get in
you.
there.
This one too.
Ah, wine ghost.
He's so spooky and drunk. He's drunk and spooky.
How did you not know what a zaddy was? No one told me. I'm gonna go looking for this stuff. This is the thing I try to impress on people. I don't go out of my way to find fucked up shit on the internet. It's just sort of there, and I don't look away. So now that I know, I guess I can do some Tumblr research. If the Nerve Gear technology for Sword Art Online exists, would you be up for it? I think I would, actually. I could finally live in Final Fantasy like I was always meant to. What would you expect from it? It'd probably be bad. I don't know, first gen tech is always not great. Yeah, I guess I just have to wait for that bridge to be finished.
Man.
I can't get off. Are you the bungee jumping kid? No. Mustard and custard. We have rhyming stuff here too. Man. So anything about streaming myself, particularly focused on streaming my old N64 and GameCube games. Is that possible, and what's the best resource to figure out how to set that up? Oh yeah, this is the dojo. We can hang out, and it's totally not weird. Streaming consoles older than... Like, streaming 40p consoles is difficult. You're gonna have to look into some... The original Elgato can do it, and maybe that's your best resource. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to do some... You're just gonna have to throw out some Google searches and see what you can find.
Of course.
And then buy it, try and get it to work. Get really frustrated that you wasted money and try and return it, and they say no, but then you do get it to work, and yeah. It's a fun path you can walk down. Nah, I'm good. Where's that fucking surround sound system? Easy Cap is a $10 capture? Really? Wow. I haven't used that, no. Oh yeah, emulators. Yeah, you could do that. Emulator and OBS is a free setup, provided you're playing legal backups of the games, of course. So wait, can I plant the star here? No? Okay, fuck it. Yeah, alright, well let's just go on to the next area. I might need to take a break, grab a snack in a few seconds here. Also need to use the bathroom. See, this is the thing. This is why I drink a lot of water. Gives you a reason to get up. Oh, wait. What? Oh, no. There's completion rating on painting in all the spots. Oh. But they added the holes back when... Hold on a minute. Hey, Clater. You missed me? Bah. Well, you're here now. So, I've been watching since Adam and Matt were doing Inside Gaming. Boy, you guys got buff. It's impressive. Does James have anything to do with it? I would say being around James is certainly an inspiration. But no, I think it's just us kind of getting older and taking more control over our lives and just through trial and error figuring out what works for us, that sort of thing. just getting older and kind of realizing that being healthy is important and actually makes your life a lot better. Made my first Nature Box order. I'm super pumped. Thumbs up to Dude Soup for introducing it to me. Awesome. Thank you, 3 minutes fast. Dude Soup appreciates your support. Damn it. Wasting so much paint. Okay, I guess that's how you get cards too. Easy Cap is literally plug in and it works. Don't even install a thing. Where's Composite S Video? That's really cool. Man, I didn't know that. There was a device out there that was that simple and robust. That's interesting. Well, thank you for the recommendation. It's been a long time since I've needed to stream older stuff, and for that, like I said, the first gen Elgato can do it. Although that's software support for that is getting tricky. They really don't expect you to use more than one model of Elgato, because the software is the same for all of them, and the old ones can get real finicky. Like, some options that you need are just not in the UI anymore, even though it still detects the Elgato and stuff like that, so it's strange. But most of the Z-list YouTube gaming celebs got worse with age. Yeah. Well, and not that this is factoring into either Adam at all, but I know for me, there is, as shallow as it may be perceived to be, in my line of work, it does help your career to look good, or look healthy anyway. And then I guess also on a little more philosophical level, I am a little bit bugged by. It's not happening so much anymore, which is good. But there used to really be an atmosphere of celebrating sloth and poor eating habits.
Sloths are good.
I do too.
Sloths are real slow. They hang out on trees.
Yeah, they got life figured out, really.
Yeah, they just like to do these things.
But I think it's better for gaming in general, and certainly better for human beings, to understand that health is important.
What about human sloths?
Sloths, they're already good. They're already in a good place. They've already got life figured out. So that was like 50-something%. Did doing all that make the number go up? It's saving. Oh, it did. Damn it. Now I gotta fill in everything I see. And I'm gonna enjoy it. Maybe that's another one of those, like, frustrating things. Three minutes fast, you gotta go? Cool. Thanks for dropping in. Man, this music is fucking awesome. Jesus. Oh, it's a Mario remix. Oh, this is so delightful. So whimsical. Oh, the little question block. Man. I'm digging this shit. Just smashing everything, throwing paint everywhere. The sad thing is I kind of trust a lot of the reviewers who said it's like starts off so good and then gets bad. I'm not looking forward to that. This is interesting, like multi-step paint. I can also see it being really frustrating if there's things you need to paint and you don't have the paint, so you just have to run around hitting everything, but your color's not around, so you just have to keep smashing, running around the stupid map, and you're like, Jesus Christ, just let me do it. I can see that being really annoying. Okay, you're back, sort of. Welcome back, sort of. Or like trying to find that little sliver of paint that you haven't painted in yet. Which might be happening to me soon. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Elgato Game Capture HD can do those older, yeah, component D terminal outputs. Yes, that is no, that's exactly what I was saying. There's like an adapter that goes into like this multi-input thing, and you can plug RCA and S-Video into that, and it works. Works really well. Ever download a huge ROM pack and try every one? Yes. Play every MSX2 game. There's some really creative and unknown games. That's really interesting. MSX would be a great one to do it with. No, I would just like, I got a flash. Oh shit! I got a flash card for or flash cart for Super Nintendo, and then downloaded like a mega pack and just played through every one. And that was really interesting too. I feel like MSX would be interesting. I would like to do that for something like the Atari ST or like Sega CD. I should do that, man. That would actually be a really fun stream project. Just like play an hour.
Delightful.
What's up?
She's gonna issue me a full refund.
Great.
Good. She also spelled her own name wrong. So she must have been... Good. 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 I'm so glad to read that. Because I was like, I'm gonna try to be as, like, adult as possible about the situation and not be like, I am so fucking pissed off right now. Oh, I'm gonna get a refund. Yes! It's gonna pay for my Harry Potter dress. Ooh, delightful.
I guess that's where they give you enough enough paint for the house. Amiga, some really good ones. Yeah, I never got to play the Amiga because I was never like a British gamer. You ever thought about or having a mountain man beard? I don't think I can grow one. I would just have like a kind of full but not really like German thing going on. I could have like a little spiky war beard or like war goatee, but that's about it. Nope, I'm gonna stay shaved. What's up, a wild star you? Hey. Grabbed someone with fucking cake yesterday to help me catch up on a lesson I missed. Oh, they're all trying to suck paint out of the ground. And they're doing a little dance! Why are they dancing? Like an evil Villanova goatee? Basically, yeah. Stop. Gotta fuck you guys up. Ah! Gonna stream Dark Souls 3 DLC? I don't know, Johnny Dag. It depends what else is gonna be out. There's certainly a lot of games out right now that I'd rather play than more Dark Souls. Oh, I should have painted that one up. Yeah. I'm not gonna kill as many of them as I should have. Damn it, I wasn't paying attention. That was a waste. Ah, no! Oh, that's cool, they suck at your paint. Oh, I tripped! Ah! This game is so nice I can't even be mad my client's website got hacked. Oh. That's rough, man. I'm sorry to hear that. What does Fireflower do? They're up to 4 Fireflowers. Okay, yeah, sure, let's do this. Oh, some cards come pre-painted, too. That's nice. Plan on playing the new Civ. Swiss, I already have. It is very good. I enjoy it a lot. Alright, I don't know what the timing is for this. Hopefully they'll prompt me. Ah! Great. Well, they didn't prompt me, so that's cool. I love that trip! Planning on seeing Doctor Strange. Yeah. Looks like fun. If it's just him folding buildings and being trippy, I'm down with that. Damn it, I didn't kill him? Fuck. Fuck! You gonna trip again? Nope! Should play Shenzhen IO? I've heard about it. It looks interesting. I don't remember specifically what it is, though. How do you... Why can't I jump on that guy? Why am I jumping on this guy? What? Why does it keep changing who I'm gonna jump on? Why are you doing that? Oh, whatever, fuck it. Christ, that did almost no damage. Man, if you don't paint these bad boys up, they do very little. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, the hacking simulator? Is that what it is? That must be why. I think I just saw it poking around new releases on Steam. Oh yeah, Hack Mod. Yeah, I haven't played that one yet. There's a lot of... Man, there were like 3 or 4 hacking games that all popped up in the span of like a couple of weeks. It was weird. I won't let them get away. But first, I'm gonna fill in this hole. That's what Mario do. God, I love the music in this so much. It almost sounds like a bit of a Disney tune. Just sort of happy-go-lucky jazz music. If Halo CE is busted, why not start Halo 2 Anniversary without him instead? Personally, love seeing more collab with Resting Bitch Face Kovic. I wouldn't mind it either. Yeah, I mean, we can. These days we're mostly playing Battlefield and Overwatch. But no, I would love to play through the Halo series with him. It's great because basically when I play Halo when he's around or with him, I get to kind of see it through his eyes, which gives me a whole different perspective on those games. Oh, yes, I would like to set and paint cards at the same time. Please let me do that. Where do you do this? What? Settings. There we go. Oh, basic and buttons. Advanced touch controls. Okay. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna jump on this guy. So it sounds a little like old gypsy swing jazz, and I love it. I'm a huge fan so far. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know to what extent this game becomes like aggravating and repetitious. Wait, how do I? Where's my advanced? Oh, okay, that's how you do it. Oh, pff, that doesn't save you barely any time. But I think. I don't know, man. It might just be worth it to hear the soundtrack the whole time. You guys ever do a collab with Donkey? I mean, sure. Typically, it's not up to who we want to collab with. It's more like, would it be mutually beneficial, and are they available? I don't know that Donkey would get a whole lot from collaborating with us. That'd kind of be a one-sided benefit type deal. At this point, I'll collaborate with anybody that grows our audience. But that's kind of the thing. It has to be mutually beneficial. Otherwise, somebody's just doing us a favor, and that stuff doesn't happen too much.
Well, it's all collaborated.
Thank you. Get all those Steph viewers. Get them all.
Nobody cares. Literally nobody cares.
I will be rather paint these. I hate those guys. This seems like the way I'm supposed to go. I'm gonna go back up. If anyone ever wants to open an e-commerce shop, do not use Magento. Alright. We'll show leg for audience. Oh, yeah, you're right. We haven't been using our greatest weapon, sex. We need to titillate the viewers. Tease them. That too? Ah, no! Ah! That was really cute. I have 15 subs I can expose to the cause. That's the thing, or rather, that's the other thing. It's not really a cause, you know. I don't think we really need to promote ourselves as being a meeting of support, even though support's good to have. Wait, that one didn't hit everybody? Does that have to be a big one for that? Yeah. Show you guys a little hot calf action. Shirtless stream. Funhouse needs to flaunt ankle more. Oh, I got a card of a shy guy? I summon him? Interesting. Eh. Oh! They talk in riddles, or in rhymes. I wish I could put emoji claps between those words. I can read it that way. Gonna get back into Skyrim at all on Friday? Maybe. Yeah, with the remaster coming out? It'd be neat to see it, or to try it again. I think we got a review copy. I might borrow it from the office. Yeah, let's give this a shot. Triple hammer. Too early. Alright, well, fuck it, it worked. I want to give it another shot. I've talked about this before, but I definitely have a routine of being reminded that I didn't like that game and wondering why and forgetting all the things I didn't like about it and wanting to give it another shot because maybe I passed judgment too early. And then I like give it another 4 hours of my life and I'm just like, God, this is not fun. Just not having fun here. But maybe all those times I was just in a bad frame of mind, or maybe now I'll appreciate it on some new level. I should probably try playing it on hard. I don't know. That was a really cute explorer toad. Oh, okay. Maybe I could talk to him. Call you all hyped up on leg picks now? When did this become a leg stream? I've found that the only way I've been able to enjoy Skyrim was sticking with magic and turning the game up to hard. Casey, I was thinking about that. People enjoy playing stealth, and it's kind of fun because there is a bit of strategy to getting through areas without being seen and sneak attacking everything. But I feel like, with very few exceptions, it's all going to be just shooting arrows. You know, they can be poison or whatever, but it's still just arrows. Magic at least gives you new sparkles, and they look pretty and things like that. Uh-oh. We got Calf, Cookie Cutter. Nice, yeah. This stream was missing sex appeal. Thank you for bringing it back. Mini Paint Star. He's so happy. Look at that guy. Oh boy. Don't ruin Nate's innocence. Look at him dancing. He's so excited. Just can't wait to get this star. Oh wait, nothing worked. Enjoy the new Fallout or no? Swiss Giant? I did not. I thought it was boring, tedious, and repetitive. And not in a fun way. Just what in the lost levels is going... Oh my gosh, no. Nintendo, these references, you're killing me. Oi. Saigon, you're Asian and triggered. Why, because you don't have hot legs? The magic in Skyrim felt underpowered and underwhelming. Kind of everything felt like that. Rain says the only reliable way to avoid damage in combat and not have it become a DPS raise is to block, so rather a bad start. Yeah. Sexy calf? Yep, those are sexy calves. Nice. Watch Jesse Cox play the first 25 minutes of that new Negligee visual novel. That'll make for a funny video. Chris, I looked into that. Negligee specifically. Visual novels are just... They're hard. They're tough, man. I don't understand how people make Let's Plays of them. I believe that if Bethesda adds a dodging system, the game would be much better. Yeah? Or some kind of damage mechanic that's more interesting than just try not to get hit. Kyle, I didn't say Asians don't have hot legs. I was just trying to figure out why that guy was triggered. Does he feel excluded? I'm not making judgments here. But Kyle is leaving again. That's no good. Look at all... What? Oh, they're all waiting in line for some coffee. Man. Ah! It's like shit! Now you gotta fight without coffee, buddy. Get fucked. You jump on your damn head. You can't even get a muffin. Rough day for you. I don't care. Get out of here. Feels so good right now, says Clater. I'm drunk, got chips. Watching Lawrence plus 3 AM. Sounds like a pretty good night. So do I just have to kill all these dudes? Oh no, the rest are in line, okay. The really overrated coffee. Uh-oh. Are these all... I'm just chatting up the line, no big deal. Uh-oh. What a fine mess you've gotten yourself in. I love flavored text of NPCs. Katie, you gotta go do laundry and make dinner? Cool, thank you for watching. Hey! Get back here! He's just enjoying his coffee. You can't do that when you stole paint. Uh-oh, we got a new enemy. Yeah. 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 There we go. I like KC, says I really enjoy your stream and the game music. Yeah, I am loving this game music. If I jump on the shell, will that knock it into the Shy Guy? That's probably how it's going to work, right? Surely that's how it's going to work. What's up, Sir Benjamin? There we go. Have you looked at rugby players' thighs? Because, boy, I am rock solid for that. Rugby players kind of have the best, or one of the best physiques out of traditional athletes. I feel like basketball players are kind of tall and lanky, sprinters are thin. Rugby players are just fucking stacked. They're lean and muscular. Good stuff. AK says, do you think Funhouse would benefit from some new projects and shows? Or even possible bringing up ones back like FAQ and Art House? I was thinking about FAQ the other day. I think we could probably give that another shot. Problem is, a lot of the new... Oh, I like KC just subbed. I would let rugby players do anything to my loins they could just have at. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, I think it's time for experimentation for sure. The channel got a little routine, and that's kind of owing to the fact that we were traveling so much and working on the weekends. We didn't have time to pilot out anything new. It was just difficult enough keeping up. But it seems like we kept up. So we can probably, like you said, either toy with bringing all ideas back or trying new stuff. Slight problem is we tried throwing out another movie podcast because the first one did so well. And it just, boy, no one watched it. So that's weird. Something's going on with our channel. It's just been performing really poorly and we don't know why. Or rather, it's not growing like it should, or like our models kind of implied it would. I haven't started Season 3 of Black Mirror, no, I haven't finished Season 1. Iron Wing says, or right, says, finished Twits and Crits while I was working today. Do you think the odds of a second season are good, or... Actually, we've confirmed that. And to wrap back to the other comment, we're still doing fan art, it's just in the Dude Soup post show now, so... The most recent Dude Soup post show, Bruce finally said yes, it's been confirmed. We already recorded the first episode of, Twits and Crits Season 2, so it is coming. Gotta get big to overcome the body dysmorphia. Yeah, that's part of it too. Funhouse isn't growing how you guys think it should. No, it's more like it's been stagnating lately, and we're trying to figure out why. But we've got a sub hype to celebrate. I like KC subbed, so I'm gonna throw you a funky jam. Need more of Bones and Jacob's beautiful friendship. I agree. I think one of the things we could probably focus on improving is utilizing the personalities and the people we have around. But before that, I need to take a break to use the bathroom and have a quick snack. So hopefully the video player is not going to be bad. I'll give it a shot. I changed some settings, so we'll give this as a test. Because if you guys have joined since the open, the video clips I play, like the audio was really crackled and stuttery, which is kind of sad. So I apologize if it's like that again. If it is, just try and hang tough. I'll be back in like 5 minutes or so. So see you guys then.